long time long is what it takes. Long time long of sitting down one place and make sure to listen up good. Slow down. You're going too fast. Way too hungry for nothing. You got no ears. Too busy in the head with that next thing to say. You can't see with that picture already in your head of whatever you reckon. You know all of it anyway. Must be. You sure we on the same page? Same planet? 'Cause we sure as eggs not in the same country, even though maybe we're standing side by side, almost touching. Almost.
I eased my Swiss Army knife out of my back pocket and pry open the biggest knife. I cut the taut fishing line with a loud twang and sink to the deck. "What the fuck are you doing?" Mike screams at me as he runs to the edge of the boat in some futile, misguided hope of grabbing the line. He turns to look at me as if I'm an alien.
What this country look like to you, eh? You finding your way. Gotta read them street signs. Go straight line here, turn left, turn right, like that, you know. Maybe you're there. Maybe you lost. Maybe you look at that map book.
We made our way across a short scrub and wove our way through large boulders and dry natives in the afternoon sun. It wasn't an easy walk, but I followed this man who had a sense of direction in his life that I envied. I felt like my life was a series of aimless events, all strung together by some invisible thread.
So how can you get learned this new language of landscape, of country? You know, like family mob share when they're growing you up. The dreaming unfolding all the time.
Later he's softer. Tells me he's feeling a bit sad and unwell today. He hugs me hard with his strong little arms. And I know he loves me, despite all his harsh words, as I love him.
Maybe, just for a start, we could share something together. Us women will share with you some stories sacred to us. You come along. We can grow this journey up together, sharing a little bit of what it's like being here, in this place, as a woman. But you gotta have ears. Quiet head and good ears, eh?
I want to unravel you like a ball of sky blue wool. I want to tease away the tangles and the pain, so cruel. I want to slip my fingers into every knot of thought and pull you free, unfettered.
Ah!
There was an invisible line we would not cross. I remember the day we crossed it. We panicked, turned and ran, our little young voices screaming through the forest.
Rules for being a woman. Rule number 1. Always sit down to pee and do it quietly. And when you fart, do a little test pop to make sure it's not a smelly one.
I was the boss of our little gang, oldest and definitely the toughest.
I remember sitting in the back room of the cardboard-covered sitting area of the drive-ins. I remember so much wanting to be part of this ritual, you know, ag boy, town girl courtship. I was sitting next to one of the ag boys. I remember with disgust and horror as he leant over and he pressed his wet, fat mouth against mine. I vowed never to seek an egg boyfriend again.
One year, my mother smashed a big pile of plates like a stack of records, and then she drove away for 2 whole days, leaving 3 teenage daughters to figure it out.
Well, I was just an innocent girl. I was just trying to act like I don't care what anybody thinks. But I did. It hurt. I heard someone say once that I'd make a good prostitute. Another said that I slept with some wild boy down by the river. I felt their judgments. I knew I could never be good enough, so why bother? The boys liked me though, I know I drove them wild. 2 boys liked me so much they devised a plan. They got me so drunk I passed out. All I remember was coming to with one at my feet and the other one was next to me, struggling with his pants. And I remember he snarled, "It's big, isn't it? Bastard." All I managed was to turn my head to the side as I vomited red. We'd been drinking port. Bastards. I bet people thought I asked for it.
I remember sneaking up behind Dad when I was a little girl, believing that he didn't know. And sliding my hand over his right shoulder and finding his little black comb. As I stood behind him, combing his thick, dark, wavy hair, I could see the ends of his moustache turning upwards as he smiled.
I used to daydream about being a witch and being able to do magic. I imagined that just above our heads there was an invisible storehouse of things that people would love to have. And if I were magic, I could get long arms and I could reach up and grab whatever I needed. I would imagine the amazed look on people's faces when I gave them exactly what they wanted most in the world.
Green's Pool. Oh, Elephant Rocks. I never wanted to go home. And I pretended but I couldn't hear them calling me.
I remember the smell of wet earth filtered through with wood smoke when I first came. I remember the sound of frogs at night, like motorbikes going round a track. I remember trying to find them with a torch. Their motors stopped each time I got close.
Rule number 2. Enjoy every inch of your body and celebrate your juiciness.
A cottage garden that receives enough rainfall to grow a curry forest is probably going to grow weeds at the same rate.
Rain? Where is the rain? It's been days, weeks since it rained, and we are now in September. This is meant to be a rainy month, and there has been no rain. Every morning I look out of my window to be greeted by blue sky that sparkles with the finality of summer.
I yearn for the soft, squidgy, productive yin of water. Mother, that is rain. So where is Mother now? Has she forsaken me? It feels like a marriage gone wrong. Where once there was love and harmony, there is now duty and compassion. A pulling away, a withdrawal of compassion. Come back, the rain.
The snake's tail disappears into the trees, hinting at the hidden wonder that surrounds us.
Feeling ready to be warm in my skin, naked and dancing. But no, I'm beating a path to the washing line. Wetness, not quite dry, dampness, flapping frustratingly around my head.
I determined not to buy that last load of fire. Summer's just around the corner. No, I find myself out in the cold darkness, wrestling with the gnarliest, knottiest green log or lump. I tried to split it to put on the fire, and I get splinters in my hand from the handle of the axe. I curse, I swear, I hate that about Denmark.
I love the river, timelessly flowing, wide and generous. It's just being there. The sacredness of its place, with the trees decoratively bordering it, and the playmakers in their boats, the sparkling sunlight making beautiful angel patterns.
The edges are always where things happen. The most dynamic places are here, always. Between water and land, between rock and tree, and you and me. The cliffs and the hills, the beaches and the stars, they want me here. I'd love a conversation with a snotty gobbletree, or the sun, and a sense of humour.
What I love is the coast here. All of it. I found myself smiling the other day. The day was perfect. The sky bright, clear blue. The sun was glorious on my skin and hot enough to make you want to dive in the ocean. I went to Lights Beach and I had the whole place to myself. The vitality I felt as I swam in the ocean made me thankful to be alive, and I was so alive I couldn't get enough of what I was feeling. I took my bathing top off to lie in the sun, and for the first time in quite a while I felt sexy, sensual, beautiful.
These places, the rocks, sand, water, trees, air. I've been left breathless by the beauty of our sharing, as with a lover.
The moon of circular time.
Is there such a thing as too beautiful?
I saw a tall man walk over, dark from the sun, a mass of long brown hair over his rough, unhandsome face. There was something about this man that captured my attention. He jumped his grotty, well-worn pack onto the dirt floor and plonked himself down next to me. He ordered a beer and then he turned to look me straight in the eyes. Hello, I'm from Alaska. I'm Moko. Rule number 3. Dance to the beat of your heart and the music of nature with the passion of a gypsy.
Time at the beach. The seagulls, tireless, hungry sentinels, spiral downwards from above. The sand, eons of it, slips and trickles into every empty space. The sea, pulled by distant moon, eternal, froths and crashes at the shore. The wind from here and there blasts and buffets at my open face. The air is clear. My breath unhindered, and I feel free, like him, untamed.
As we walked out of the bar, Moko said, listen, you said you've never slept under the stars. Let's do it tonight. Let's sleep on the beach. I felt uneasy. Sleeping out in the open, unprotected by tent walls, seemed strangely dangerous. Moko changed tack. Let's leave the gear here. There's a great little walk I discovered yesterday that I'd like to show you. Sure, I said.
feeling like the adventure I had longed for was beginning to unfold.
Float bobs on the surface, so out of place with his fluorescent yellow and orange. Out of nowhere, with an audible plop, it is gone! And all around me the zip and the hiss of the fishing line as it's being torn from its nest. I struggled to hold on tight and wedge myself against the back of the boat, the line screaming away, ploughing into the unknown.
Rule number 4. It is advisable to shave all your hair off in the event of a bad breakup for the following reasons. A. You will avoid all possibility of a messy rebound relationship, as men will assume you're a bloke, or a lesbian, or mentally ill. And B. If you look really awful, you'll be too busy trying on hats to worry about breakup. And C. You may actually like your new look and the new you.
How come Moko was so clear and decisive about what he was doing? I felt like my life was a series of aimless events. All strung together by some invisible thread.
When I finally did move to Denmark, I discovered I'd brought my pride and my isolation with me. I hated the house we'd bought, with its low ceilings, box-like dimensions, and barren, grassless backyard. I hated my job in Albany, and I didn't fit into any of the cliquey groups of school mothers.
Rule number 5. Know how to create a fantastic meal, even when there's nothing in the fridge.
So I asked myself, what the hell am I doing in Denmark?
I dive into the icy turquoise depths of Greenspool in the middle of winter. The ocean strips me bare of all my cluttered thoughts and scrambled feelings.
Hopping from boulder to boulder, Moko stopped and pointed. He said, this is a little tricky. But it's the only way across, otherwise we'll just have to go back the way we came. Oh no, I thought, I don't want to go back over the same ground. It felt like a test. Suddenly Moko leapt across the black space that fell between the two massive boulders. Shit!
I think of the fish beneath the waves, see myself in its body. I hear it screaming no as it lunges for the deep. I can't do this. I struggle to hold on tight. I ease my Swiss Army knife out of my back pocket and pry open the biggest knife. I cut the taut fishing line with a loud twang and sink to the deck. What the fuck are you doing? Mike screams at me as he runs to the edge of the boat in some futile, misguided hope of grabbing the line. Tends to look at me as if I'm an alien. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. The whole thing, it must be so scared. Scared! He roars. Scared!
Stop! Stop! I cried. One hand pushing against his chest, trying to get his weight off me. The other grasped tight onto the bed cover. The room was dark, hot, and clammy. He did not stop, but kept pushing his hardness inside me, his knees locking against mine, forcing my legs open. Hot, wet droplets of his sweat dripped from brow and chest, splashing onto my contorted face. I turned to gaze into the penetrating darkness, wishing myself away.
Hey, how you doing, though?
Hello.
I love the way I've been embraced here, for the first time in my life, by circles of women who see me and love me for who I am.
I'm so bored with this place. There's nothing to do. And when there is something to do, it's sure to rain. I think I might just get a video out and hang at home instead. I can't be bothered going to the winery and meeting up. It'll be the same old faces, same old music. Gee, fuck, I'm bored.
What I love about Denmark?
Mother-in-law calls the husband. I want to know, are you a couple? I'm not sending her a birthday gift unless you are. For once, her vile words don't affect me. I am amazed and thrilled at my detachment. She sends the gift, and I just passed it on to a friend.
Rule number 6. Use your voice any way you want. Project it and laugh loudly. Yeah, how you going?
Good, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, so. Run out of wood. And I haven't got any money. So I'm feeling a bit cold, really. And I haven't had a smoke in days. You know how you get when you just want to hit something or someone?
Kind of. So you're going through a bit of a rough patch?
Not really. Happens every year around this time. I kind of expect it now.
Tell me, what do you love about Denmark?
The beaches.
Of course, the beaches. What about you? What do you love? Cool. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? And what about you? What do you love?
I love the forest.
Oh, it's just all so cool. What about you? What do you love?
The cafes.
What do you love?
Denmark time.
Well, what do you love?
The fourth square.
And now let's ask some audience members. What do you love about it?
All you guys.
The energy.
Yes, the energy is so good, isn't it? Hey, look at this woman. How about the energy? Oh, you can come again. What about you? What do you love?
Oh, I like my speech.
Nice speech. Oh, yes, you did. We've got to go there. Oh, I can see the beautiful faces in the audience today. And what do you love about Denmark? That's already been done. Up here now. Let's see. Oh. That's a very good answer, isn't it? Well, you know what? Actually, what I love about Denmark is... Yes? Because actually, I need to tell you that. What I love about Denmark is... Yes? What I love about Denmark is... Yes? The people! The people! The people! The people! The people! The Kitten Souls Collective. Working out of the square. Workers and grace and small ways. Supermarkets, societies, of tantalizing
kiss married men goodbye on the mouth whilst their wives are watching, and then kiss the wife more sensuously.
Rule number 8. Do something bitchy at least twice a week. Then everybody will really appreciate your kindness, generosity, and goodness that little bit more.
I don't like the speed with which stories get spread and twisted. The ease with which we judge each other and draw lines of separation between one clique and another. It's like an addiction the whole town suffers from. I wonder if we started a 12-step program for recovering gossipers, how many would actually sign up? And would we really be able to stop? Like Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous, we'd be gossiping and bitching Addicts Anonymous. How long could we go on without a hit? I feel like I'm living in a poisonous soup of stories.
I can walk by the inlet and not see another living soul. I'm a being in a prehistoric setting. Apart from the woman who reminds me that on her side of the path it is private property. I can smile because I share a secret with this land. It will still be here long after she is dead and gone and her bones have turned to dust.
First time I made love,
He laid me on his bed.
I lay eager on his bed.
He looked at me deeply, penetrating me with his dark, evil eyes. He saw me naked and eager. He saw me all.
I stared back into his eyes. My eagerness changed to fear, from fear to wonder.
As he kissed my breasts and gently lowered himself onto
His
me.
body was sun brown and love hot. His muscles taut.
He was hard and big.
I daren't look, but feel.
He was in no hurry.
But I was eager.
He kissed me deeply,
penetrating my mouth with his tongue.
Bob Dylan played on the record player,
Lady Lay.
and I across his big brass
The
bed.
room was dim, the curtains drawn over the long sash windows of his artist flat.
He entered me gently.
I knew it should hurt.
They said it did the first time.
But I felt only eager.
We made love forever.
I did not know that it took forever.
I did not know that forever existed.
We found blood on the sheet at the end of forever.
Rule number 9. Let the tears shed and the blood flow shamelessly.
The dance of life, to be honed and refined, to grapple with life's intimacies, to share with the other. To pour out of oneself, to expand and progress, to stare at adversity, to bend like bamboo or break, to laugh at age-old drama. To surrender. Break free, to be lulled and to twirl, subtle intricacies unfurl. A gentle hand's kiss, stillness is bliss. Oh, the simple joy of it all, the senses that now to touch and to see, to feel one's heart in another and alone. It is a dance of life, with feet anew, the walk in stillness and in flow. very long time without instructions from me.
My love, my joy, my anchor, my beautiful daughter is the greatest gift the universe has ever bestowed upon me. The cycle of the universe continues in a pair of tiny fish.
I hate you, Mum.
She's preparing dinner, grilling steaks, chopping up broccoli for steaming, and she wonders where this outburst has come from.
Is it because I rubbed out your homework?
It's because you're so bossy to me. I wish you weren't my mum. Other mums aren't like you. They don't boss their kids around.
She thinks of how often she has been reduced to shouting at her. Caught up in her own time constraints and stresses.
Rule number 11. Relax. Nothing is under control.
I'm so sorry, darling. I know I've hurt your feelings. I try my best to be a good mother. But sometimes I get it wrong. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. None of us are.
I hesitated. I gazed into the blackness. Hannah said to myself, if Moko can do it, then I can too. I sized up the gap and how much energy was needed to make the stretch. Without warning, my body leapt across, just falling short at the top of the rocks. As I slid down the sharp slope, Moko's strong hand arm reached over and pulled me to the top with a hard yank. You are sacked!
You can't sack me. I'll always be your mum, no matter what. And I'll always love you.
Well, I don't love you, and I wish I didn't have to live with you and that I never had to see you again.
Well, when you grow up, you can move out of home. And you don't have to see me again, unless you want to. But no matter what, I'll always love you.
I want to be unraveled with you. From the self that holds me tight. To walk with you, my friend, into the all-dissolving light.
Later, he is softer. Melter is feeling a little sad and unwell today. He hugs her hard with his strong little arms. She knows that he loves her, despite all his harsh words, as she loves him.
Rule number 12. Embrace all and everything against the softness of these breasts. Wrap your arms around it all and press it close.
Oh my God. Sitting on the other side, bewildered by my courage, a feeling of elation swept through my body. It showed me what I hadn't seen in myself before. I
what you can do. No rules.
Do you see that tree there? Got flower, got fruit. What tracks there? Bird, lizard, animal? What they been eating? Where they gone? Do you look up?
I remember standing in my backyard and disappearing, absorbed into the stillness of the tall trees, the shimmering grass, and the vibrant spaces between.
And I remember at last loving that pained, broken girl.
We stand here, a forest, like paperbark, unkempt and defiant, like paperbark. We have roots firmly planted, our arms splayed and twisted, a welcome akimbo, a perpetual dance, and twisted. Unashamed exfoliation hangs in silver sheafs, unfurling, peeling away in parchment, happy scraps. We shed like paperbark, time's past defences falling, a litany of dead meanings and dried out desires falling, our times unforgotten, release and surrender, our living enriches the leaf-littered floor.
Here there are backtracks and shortcuts and link roads and connections from one place to another and from one person to another in the same way. We are all connected.
The land remembers everything. It belongs to no one and embraces all.
So, eh? You got ears? Quiet head and good ears? You listen? What do you reckon?